Okay, so the next bit we need to do is our consolidated balance sheet. What's the first thing I do when I do a consolidated balance sheet? That's right, it's the title. So for balance sheet, for Emma Moneybags, and what gets us the marks is the as at date. 30th of June 2014. Now if you ever wonder is it as at or is it for the year ended, it'll tell you down here in the statement. So it says there for the year ended and it says here for as at. So there goes your mark. Now what we're doing first is our current assets. And we've already classified them. I'm going to put my cash as my first asset. So my current asset, cash, always cash goes first, and it's for 25,000. So I've got cash, 25,000. Accounts receivable, next one. I'm just going to abbreviate to accounts rec, and my accounts receivable, where was it? 26,000. Let's go back up the list. We've got accrued revenue. And my accrued revenue is 1250. And my prepaid rent is my last one, 1750. Prepaid rent, and that's my current assets, so I'm going to get a total there, and my total comes in at 25, 51, 52, 53, 54,000. So I'm going to put a balance in there as 54,000. Next thing I do is my non-current assets, and we've got two of them. So my non-current assets, I'm going to do my motor vehicle first. Now my motor vehicle, where was my motor vehicle? Down here somewhere. Motor vehicle's at 58,500. So I'm going to tick that one off. And next I'm doing my accumulated depreciation for my motor vehicles as we calculated at 25,000. So less accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation 25,500. And obviously that's a less than. I've got 58 less 25 is 33,000. And next is my computer equipment. So my computer equipment, where was my computer equipment? Here it's 29,000. Less my accumulated depreciation of 8,450. $8,450. Taking that away, and I get 28, 21, 20,550. And that'll give me a total non-current assets of 33,53,550. 53550. And that'll give me total assets after that. So my total assets comes to 54, 107, 550. Okay. Next, what do? Liabilities. And we'll just do current liabilities. So my current liabilities. Now I'll just do them in the way that they appear. Staff wages payable. Wages payable was 1850. What's my next? Accounts payable. And that's 12,000. Anything else? We've got interest payable. So my interest payable 650. And is there any others? No. So my current assets come to 12, 13, 13, 650, 14, 4, 14, 500. 14, 500. And after current is non-current liabilities. So my non-current liabilities now come in to play. Let's have a quick look up here. We've got the loan from bank, and I think it's the only one we've got. Let me just have a quick scan. Is it any others? No, there's no others. So the loan is for 27,000. So total liabilities. Whoops, total. We've got 27,000, 31, 41, 500. 41, 500. And what's after that? So we've got total liabilities minus assets minus liabilities will give us net assets. And my net assets, that's this number less this number. 107 less 41. 100 less 40 is 60, 6650. 66,050. So we've got to this point now. The next bit we need to do is equity. And my equity starts with capital, always starts with capital. But we don't know how much our capital is for the moment because it's all question marked. So what's my other equity that we need to look at? We've got drawings up here, so less drawings. And my drawings comes in at 7,500, so I've got 7,500, and that's a less than. And what else do I need to add in? That's right, we need to add in the profit we calculated on the previous part of the question. I've got profit plus profit of 69,230. I need to add that in. So add profit, 69,230. And of course my equity has to come back to 66,050. And if I can find my calculator, or if someone can give me that calculation, what do we need to come into? 69. Okay, it's, what do we got? We got 61, 70, 4,320. 4,320 is what my missing capital figure is, and that'll give me that balance to there. All right. Now the last bit of this question is C, which is comment on the funding. Now when we talk about the funding, we're talking about where does the money come from to buy the assets. So I'll just put that down. Funding equals where has the money come from to buy the assets. Now when we talk about that, there's only two places it can come from. One is equity and the other is liabilities. So remember, my liability plus my equity equals my assets. So the funding or the money must come from these two places. So when we talk about the funding, we're actually just talking about how much is liability funded and how much is equity funded. So let's have a quick look here now. What's our calculation? What I'm looking to do is looking to do my liabilities divided by my assets and my equity divided by my assets. So in this sense, I'll just slide up here so I don't cause myself any grief. So I've got my liabilities of 41,500 divided by 107,550, and in this one I've got 66,050 divided by 107,550. Someone can give me a quick calculation on that. All right, 38.6%, and so that's 38.6. The other one must be 61.4%. So the funding is 61% equity funding, meaning that the owners have tipped in 61% of the money, and 38% liability funding. And there is our answer. Can't get it all in, I'll just leave that last bit in the bottom. So there we go. Flatten it out for you.